YouTube? It is Chris here, and I have a review today. Oh yeah. This is one of the coolest looking knives. One of the coolest looking knives I think I've ever seen in my life. Very sweet, very awesome looking, very belongs in Star Wars or Star Trek or some crap. They definitely need to throw this in there because the design is just epically, just the cool factor is just there. Not to rant too long, but it's the Schrade SCHA5 series of pocket folding assisted opening knives by Taylor Brands. And I also have with me, bam, the SCHA5BR, which they sent me initially, essentially for the review. This one's like my own personal one that I picked up a while back and I've been using and gotten beat up. I preferred the bead blasted because if a knife does not have like a titanium coating, which kind of, or a stone wash, or a DLC coating, I kind of prefer not to have it unless it's a big carbon steel blade or something like that. Because for the pocket knives, they just kind of comes off and you have this goofy looking line or something like that, and it just doesn't look attractive later on. For the review today, since Schrade did send me the SCHA5BR, which is the code for it's the SCHA, it's the Schrade Assisted Opening Model 5 Brown, essentially. I'll focus on this one for the review since this is what they sent me. Blade, I would say, is on the higher end of the budget friendly category. It retails for somewhere in the low 60s, if I'm not mistaken, but you can find it as low as $40 on Amazon, which is a good price for what you get and the size, the cool factor, and everything off to it. It just works. Now let's kind of dive into this a little bit further. It is kind of like a modified drop point, clip point, spear point type blade. Has a completely fine edge, has a good flat grind on it, it's not hollow grind. And it has a really good initial sharpness edge to it. This is one of the few blades I haven't really tested this one out. I tested my own personal because I've used it in EDC tasks and I can vouch for its awesomeness. It is, this thing is really sharp out of the box. It doesn't have the thickest blade in the world. I'll have to get my hand behind that, guys. Sorry. Yeah, my gross hand. Yeah, you're welcome. But it has really cool, they just put a lot of thought into the looks of the knife. The way this thing looks, it functions, it's just really, really, really cool. It's very deceptive. I got to see Skullgrim's video of this review before, and it kind of does look like a... Let me get behind this thing. Sorry, guys. See how it looks like it's getting thicker at the tip? And it's actually not. It's just the way they did the special grinding up top. They actually just profiled it down here to kind of make it look like it's thicker at the top. But, when you look at it at this angle, it is literally about 2 millimeters thick all the way through until you get to the tip, and it has a really nice tip that is good for piercing. This knife does have thumb studs for rapid deployment. However, you kind of have to give it a good flick before it comes out, and it kind of jumps out of your hand a little bit because you don't have it secured down. My preference is using the finger actuator, and what I like about the finger actuator is it actually disappears completely right there, bam, into it. It doesn't come out. It's not like an actual thumb stud like with other assisted opening knives. This is usually what they call the M.A.G.I.C Assist. I know it's an acronym. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's some mad spring tension in here. My lighting is really bad, guys. I'm sorry. If you come right here and look, I'm going to bring this a little bit closer to you guys. The liner lock is really, really done pretty well. It's a little bit thinner than I would like, actually. But you got to take into account this is an assisted opening knife. They got to put a lot of stuff on the insides. But it has good lockup. It has no forward or back blade play or side to side, very minimal side to side, like very minimal side to side blade play. There is a little bit, but it's extremely negligible. And if you want to tighten it up or loosen it up, you can just use the a wrench in there and just tighten or loosen it to get your preference. For assisted opening knife, something that's very important due to the fact that they can just kind of fly open at any second if you're not careful. Because you could be walking around in your pocket, and bam! It just, oh crap, in my pocket. I don't think it really hurts you. I think in your pocket it probably gets stuck right there, and if you're dumb and you didn't realize it for whatever reason, this has it has kick to it, so you would feel it. But if you sat down, you could kind of tip. Is they put this little they put the safety inside the handle, which is really nice. And so when you actually, what's really cool is if you engage it, it actually, remove the liner lock, it keeps it from closing. And for me personally, when I'm using the blade, as we know, blades can be dangerous. Having this as an additional security with the thinner liner lock, even though, it's hard to tell in my camera, and I apologize for that, guys. See if I can get a better scope on this. I really want you guys to see this. There we go, it's a little better. Still a little dark though. But it's about 50%, 50 to 60% lockup, which is a little more than I would like, but it's got a good secure lockup. Overall, this knife is really, really cool. It's got the handle scales are aluminum. It has a nice, big, huge lanyard hole for additional security. Most people, what I've seen with pocket knives, they don't do it for security purposes. They do it for like a braided paracord lanyard with like a skull or a motorcycle or a butterfly, whatever floats your boat. If you put a butterfly on this knife, don't ever show me a picture of it. That's ridiculous. This is too cool for school. It's got a really nice pocket clip. It secures down really, really well. It's really tight. But it's nice and short, so when you have it, the majority of it in your hand, you don't. It doesn't get in the way at all. You can barely feel it. It's not deep pocket carry. You are gonna have, that quarter-inch or about quarter-inch or less sticking out. But it's really not that bad when it's in your pocket. It's nothing. It gives you a little bit to kind of grab onto to pull out of your pocket. This I found was very interesting, and this part is like I don't know what this material is, but it's very grippy. It's almost like a melted, mashed down Velcro. I can't describe to you what it is. I'll send them an email and ask them what exactly that material is that's down in there. But it does give you a little bit of grip, extra grip, since it's a smooth, fairly smooth aluminum handle scales. But like I said, see when you close this, it doesn't open. Boom. So I don't know, guys. I love this knife. It's really, really cool. I wouldn't use this like in a tactical or survival situation, but for a conversation starter, definitely, very much so an EDC blade. The blade is AUS-8 steel, which is a Japanese steel, stainless steel, and it's a good steel. It's known for its ability to ease of sharpening and its ability to hold a good edge and attain a good edge. Not the best steel, but obviously you're not going to get the best steel for under a few $100s. You just won't get there. But it's a good, solid, budget-friendly steel. It's a very good steel. For the actual blade itself, you can get this black coating, or you can do what I did in my preference and get the bead blasted finish for the straight SCHA5, and I think there is a partial serrated version of this as well. But I really like this knife. It's a 3.5-inch blade, so it's a good length for EDC. It's not a monster 4.5-inch knife, but it's not super stupid small like the sub 3 inches. That virtually lends itself to not be as useful when you really got to get in there and slice. Doesn't really matter what you need it for. Obviously, you're not going to be going out in the woods and surviving with this thing. I guess you could, but you wouldn't be chopping down trees with it or anything. But like I said, the lockup on this knife is actually really, really good. I like the double safety feature of having the liner lock and the ability to lock it up when it's in the open position as well. It gives me a little more security. But I personally like the bead blasted finish on it because of the fact that when I use it, it hasn't shown up, and it doesn't have that degradation of visual effect to it too much. Overall, Taylor Brands and Schrade did an excellent job with the M.A.G.I.C Assisted Opening line for the most part. I have a few of their M.A.G.I.C Assisted Opening Knives. I have the SCHA4, SCHA3, and SCHA5. And I have the SCHA6. So I have the 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the line, and I'll be doing reviews of those as well in the very near future. But if you want a knife that is reliable, has a solid steel to it, good sharpness, and you're all about the cool factor, I would definitely check out the SCHA5. Like I said, it belongs in a science fiction movie. It's just really, really cool looking. And with the geometry of this knife, it kind of lends itself to be of more of the forward angle, so it's more natural. So you can actually keep your wrist in a more comfortable position when you're doing any cutting. You don't have to just wrench your hand down and get all weird with it. You can just keep it nice and comfortable, and you can literally just bring it down. It's already in the cutting position and just roll. So as fashion sensed as this knife is, it's very functional, and they were very intelligent with their angles and geometry. So good job, Schrade. You got a really good home run on this one. Definitely make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this video. And if you have not already, go check out Schrade's Facebook and like them on Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook, create a Facebook just to like Schrade on Facebook, because these guys do a lot of cool, they share a lot of us YouTubers out there with our reviews for our knives, but something they do that's really, really cool is they do giveaways. A lot of giveaways. Guys, a lot of giveaways. I am not freaking kidding. So many giveaways. It is ridiculous. I mean, create a Facebook page just to like different Facebook pages to get in on the giveaways, guys. I mean, even if you don't like to talk to other people and get in on the drama, okay, no worries. Just create a couple like-minded knife nut freak pages and just like them to try to get on the giveaways, because it's totally worth it. The fact that you could win free stuff, and they don't just do it where they're like, oh, we're giving away 1 free knife. They're like, no, we're giving away 70. You're like, whoa! Like, it's really cool to see the epic proportion, the way they give back to their faithful fans and lovers of their product. But without taking any more additional time up, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I am out.